What's up guys, it's Matterz, and we actually have some pretty insane stuff to talk about regarding Infinite Warfare multiplayer and how people actually got to play Infinite Warfare multiplayer. So I didn't think it was possible, I didn't think it was really possible that multiplayer was going to be playable this early, but obviously it is, and I doubt this is just the couple people here. We're going to be going through the tweets of what they said about the multiplayer. Obviously they couldn't say much, but we're going to read through anyway, and obviously I would say Allier, Teamart, and a bunch of other like main YouTubers actually got to go play it, and maybe they haven't said anything as of now, and obviously this is probably a pretty early beta version of this game, because obviously we're gonna get the beta for us to play later in the summer, so it's definitely maybe even alpha right now, and that's what they played. But as of now, we do have some stuff about what they said about Infinite Warfare multiplayer, not campaign, multiplayer. Pretty insane. So let's get started here. A lot of these guys are actually esports casters, so they're gonna relate it back to esports as well. Obviously it's pretty cool. Esports is pretty fun. It's pretty cool to watch, especially with the teams battling it out. It sometimes gets pretty intense. I actually used to have a whole channel. This channel used to be completely dedicated to esports, which is pretty funny. I was back in Advanced Warfare. But let's get started here. We have Mr. X. I got to play Infinite Warfare multiplayer last week. Wish I can say more, but I can say I love the way it felt at Infinite Warfare. Thanks for the invite. So obviously they're saying generally they love the way it felt. We have Revan here. I got to play Infinite Warfare. They're all over competitive. They're gonna feel right at home after Black Ops 3. Obviously the players and the people that played Black Ops 3, they're gonna be right at home, and that's actually confirmed that most of the movement system and the style in the game will be similar to Black Ops 3. Not Advanced Warfare, it will be similar to Black Ops 3, so that's definitely a pretty good thing for us. And we have Maven here, again talking about multiplayer. What I saw, he loved. Felt great. The multiplayer team is absolutely on track. It's pretty good there. Methods, we have another tweet here. Can't say much about the game. The game feels great. And again, these a lot of like just general comments here, but it really is pretty cool. Here's another one from Chino. I can't say much, but the devs loved watching us play, and we're really interested in getting our feedback. It's gonna be another great year. So that's pretty interesting as well. I'm gonna play the tweets here, the last couple of tweets. But basically, it's pretty interesting. I know there's going to be feedback for COD Esports, but in general, it looks like from the trailers, we've seen multiple trailers, multiple interviews with the developers on the multiplayer side, and I watched both interviews, the whole half an hour piece, like an hour in total. I watched them all the way through. I was just listening to them as I was doing random stuff, doing homework, and it really seems like, and they mentioned it time and time again, that they're actually trying to listen. And I know, like, Activision says this, and they're just like, oh yeah, we're trying to listen to community, but then they don't actually listen. It seems like after Ghost, they really actually sat down. They're just like, you know what, we're never doing that again. We're not doing that again, and we actually need to listen, and we need to see what's working in the community and what's working for Call of Duty, and we're gonna do that. Now obviously the future thing is the only thing they really have wrong. The future thing is the only thing people are really pissed about. But I think the game in general, like, guys, you're missing the point. This is Infinite Warfare, but it's actually Infinity Ward. This is the company that made Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, even MW3 was a pretty fun game. Like, they're iconic games, and then Ghost, they sort of ruined their whole legacy, and a lot of the newer guys, they don't think Infinity Warfare has what it takes to do anything. And definitely if you still like multiplayer, it's a really good thing, besides the futuristic. I know it's future, whatever, but I think it's pretty cool that they actually seem like they're gonna listen, and it makes sense that they're gonna listen, because after Ghost, I think they would want to listen. There's no way you don't listen to the community after Ghost, I look, Ghost, like, I enjoyed the game. I don't think it was that bad. It did have its moments, and it really was, like, boring after a while, but it was a pretty decent game, and a lot of people would agree in the comment section, but it's just the community as in general just didn't like the game at all. So after that, they really needed to change something, and obviously it looks like they're going to do that. Again, only thing wrong is futuristic, but other than that, it should be a pretty cool game. So let me know what you guys think about this, and yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye.